But I will say one other thing. Speaking of indictments and Donald Trump and criminal charges and all that, new polls have come out this week, multiple new polls, showing that the indictment from last week is not helping Donald Trump at all. Now, shortly after the indictment, about a day or two later, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and, he attacked the prosecutors as he's been doing. But he also mentioned in one of those posts on Truth Socials, my poll numbers have gone through the roof. And to an extent, with the Republican base, they absolutely have. But if you're just going to cherry pick the data, then sure, you can pretty much use it to prove whatever you want to prove. So you got to look at the bigger picture, which is something Donald Trump doesn't want people to do, because his approval rating, ever since those indictments came down, has tanked 4 points, dropping from an already historically low 29% all the way down to 25%, according to a new ABC News Ipsos poll. But what's more important with this polling data, along with other polling data that recently came out from CNN, is that independents are the ones who have effectively turned against Donald Trump. Let me read some of these numbers for you here. According to the ABC poll, 54% of independents say that Trump should have been charged with a crime. 57% say that he intentionally did something illegal. Now, it is a little weird that, that those two numbers are not equal, which means you have more people, more independents saying, yes, he definitely did something illegal and he did it illegal on purpose. But you only have 54% that say he should have been charged. So there's a 3% gap there that makes no sense. So 3% of independents think, oh yeah, he totally intentionally broke the law, but he shouldn't be charged. So that's a little weird. Again, you would expect those numbers to match up, but they don't. But either way, you have a majority of independent voters, and that's the key, that do believe not only that Trump should have been charged, but that he definitely intentionally did something illegal. The CNN numbers are even worse for Trump. 62% of independents in the CNN poll approve of the indictment. Of course, Democrats, I don't know why I said that awkwardly, Democrats overwhelmingly support it, Republicans overwhelmingly reject it. So what does this matter, right? Trump's approval rating goes down 4 points, obviously very bad for him as he tries to run for president. But it's the numbers with the independents that are important. Because yes, Trump's poll numbers within the Republican Party, they're doing great. They're doing better than they have in the last year. The problem Trump faces is that he hasn't attracted any new voters. And that's the key. See, Trump cannot win a general election with just his MAGA base. He can win a primary with it 100%, like no question about that. And right now, based on the numbers, looks like he may be cruising to an easy victory with that. But when it comes time for the general election, he's repulsed the independents. He's repulsed the moderate Republicans. Right-wing groups have already been holding focus groups since the indictments came down. And sure, there's plenty of them who say, nope, this has actually made me more likely to vote for Trump. But some Republicans say, this sealed the deal, I'm not going to support him. So even the people who came back to support Trump after saying, no, I'm done with him, wait, no, I'm going to come back, those aren't new Trump voters. Those are previous Trump voters who are just coming back into the fold. So they voted for him in the past, and now they're saying they're going to vote for him again. So that doesn't count as a new gain for Trump. That's why these numbers are important. We have to fully analyze them and realize what they're telling us. And right now they're telling us that those true moderates, the independents, the swing voters out there in America, they want nothing to do with this guy. They're sick of it. They're saying he's too caustic. He's too bombastic. He's got too much baggage. I mean, he's not due back in court until December, but under New York state law, the prosecution has to be ready to go to trial within 6 months of issuing the indictments. So even though he's not due back till December, at that point, the prosecution legally has to be ready to go. So we could get a trial during the Republican primary. We could get a trial before the 2024 election. And that's not going to play well with those moderates and independents. Because we're also talking about a New York jury. Donald Trump is not well liked up there, so he doesn't stand a very good chance of being successful, maybe on appeal, but probably not with initial trial. And the independents are already sick of him. They're ready for him to go away. His poll numbers continue to get worse no matter what he says. He's in trouble, and he knows it. We have to take a quick break. I am Farron Cousins. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm at Farron Balanced, and subscribe to the Ring of Fire YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Ring of Fire. We'll be right back with more on The David Pakman Show.
One of our sponsors is BetterHelp. I am a huge believer in therapy. Let's say you've been thinking for a while about getting into therapy. You know it's the right move. You have things you'd like to talk to someone about. There is no better time than the present, but you don't have to drive across town every week and sit in a waiting room because of BetterHelp. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service. It's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 25,000 licensed and experienced therapists specializing in a wide range of issues. You answer a few questions about yourself, and BetterHelp will match you with a therapist based on your specific needs and preferences. The sessions can be on the phone, video call, chat, anytime, anywhere, from your couch at home, from your office at work. And if your therapist isn't the right fit, you can switch anytime at no charge. My audience gets 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Pakman. The link is down below.